Oh yes, ultrasounds. Something else I wasn't real fond of. Of course, ultrasounds don't require needles, but it was uncomfortable when they would have to push down on my stomach. Because of course I had a kidney removed. I had a Wilms tumor and, you know, kidney cancer kind of thing going on there. And of course the stomach, the abdomen would always be something that they would examine the most. Even in the radiology department they called me Jered, right? I mean, the people who would perform the x-ray on me or the ultrasound, you know, I would be Jered. I was the Jered. Okay, but ultrasounds, the only thing I didn't like was when they had to push down on my stomach. Now, one good memory I remember from the ultrasounds is the jelly that they put on your stomach. Sometimes it'd be warm, sometimes it'd be like really cold, and you know, sometimes I could even get away with just lifting my shirt up so they could do it. Majority of the time they recommended that I take my shirt off. And I'd take my shirt off and I'd have to lay flat on my back, and they would say, "Okay, Jered, you ready for this jelly?" Yeah, okay. Okay. And they would they'd have this really big tall tube of it, you know, this big tall tube of jelly, and they'd shake it up real good, and then they'd squirt it. Like, it sounded like a ketchup bottle when you squirt ketchup onto your hot dog or whatever, or to make that flatulence kind of sound. And they would dab it on my tummy, and sometimes, you know, it'd be cold and I'd jerk, and they'd say, "Oh, is it cold, Jered?" A little bit, a little bit. And sometimes it would be warm, sometimes it'd be cold. The only thing I didn't like I said, was when they had to take that wand and they would push down on my gut and they would kind of move it around, and or sometimes they would move it just little bits at a time, and it would be so painful. And it's like, could you please get that out of my stomach? You know, and one of the radiologists even threatened to strap me to the table. She was kind of rude anyway, and but it was just that one moment that I had the rude radiologist. The rest of them were fine, and they were very patient with me, and because like I said, you know, even at that time I was only 4 or 5 years old, and they knew that it wasn't the most pleasant time. It's never a pleasant time for children. You know, anything that they have to do, they know kids don't like that stuff. And they always try to be patient with the littlest, you know, cancer warriors, as I call them. But yeah, that was one memory of having ultrasounds done at the MSU clinic in East Lansing, Michigan.